Good morning, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter weekend. I hope that you found a way somehow to connect with those you love. And I saw quite a bit of Zoom parties with families and people talking about drive-by visits and visiting their elderly parents. So it's great, that we were able to think outside of the box and do the things that we really enjoy doing, which I believe for most people, it's been around family. It's around connecting and staying in touch and finding ways to do it more often. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that's come up over the weekend. And now that we've been in about, we're at the 1 month mark almost for, being in retreat mode, as I call it. People are obviously calling it isolation, but, we are in this position that we are forced to look at life differently. And so over the weekend, I've had, quite a number of conversations with clients and people that have just reached out. And, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this time at home where, they are confined to their spaces and they're not really feeling motivated, staying in their pajamas and kind of, spending days without really any focus. So I wanted to address this today because I am a big proponent of, our thoughts are things. And as we cultivate these different thoughts in our brains and the frequency that's attached to them, we actually attract more of that particular vibration. So when I'm hearing after a month now that people are still in this mode of doom and gloom and feeling very low, not that this is not something that people are definitely struggling with. I'm not talking about living in denial, but I am talking about taking control of what we have the power to control. You see, we can't control a lot of things that are going on right now, which are external, but we definitely have control over our thoughts and our processes and our routines. So really, when we are sitting at home deciding every single day, what are we going to do today? We need to be coming at it from a place of empowered feeling, as opposed to, I don't like this feeling. I don't like being inside. I don't know what to do with my time. I'm worried about what's tomorrow going to bring. So this is actually what I wanted to talk to you about. So a lot of people may get ruffled here because, it's not something a lot of people want to hear, in terms of the truth of the matter, but I think we need to address it, and I hope that you will comment in the chat box and let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, what your perspective is, because really we can help each other through this. Yes, we have down days, and I myself, over the last 30 days have had a day or two where I've really not felt great and I've been, worried, and then I have to find a way to snap out of it. So where is this place where we become complacent? Why is it that, some people spend more time in a lower vibrating place or in lower vibrational thoughts? Why is it that some people can really bring themselves up to a point of finding a different way of thinking? Well, for a lot of people, it's just that that's the program. And if the program has been set, it's just like a computer. Yes, we're dealing with a virus that is outside of us, COVID-19, but there's a virus really that we need to address inside of us, which is our thought processes. And this is why today I wanted to talk to you about this. We are in a place of changing something very, very important. Now, somebody over the weekend said, oh, I can't wait till life goes back to normal. Well, what is that in terms of, our place of normalcy? What are we thinking about that's normal? Because really, if you think about going back to normal, we have to really dissect that. Normal wasn't working. Right? We were in a place where we were doing things robotically. We were, not taking care of ourselves, our bodies, our families, our communities, our environment. And so normal wasn't working. And so we can't go back to the normal we know, but we can definitely create a new normal while we are in this reflective place. We have time to really recreate what that normal looks like. And so really today I want to challenge you. I want us to all look at normal as a different place to be, a different, let's say, a transformation of who we are becoming now that we are home, that we have time on our hands. We can recreate ourselves. We can recreate our perspective of what normal is and what we really want to go back to in bringing in a new awareness. So let's start with our minds. This is where everything begins and cultivates, right? So when I talk about the law of attraction and thought harvesting, and when we really look at how are we creating the manifestation of what is our life going to be like, when we're doing this all the time. So the life we're living right this very moment is thoughts that have created a momentum in our vibration over time, and we create a manifestation. So let me just clarify that. When people talk about manifestation, when we want to manifest something in our life, it begins with a thought. And it begins with a thought that you add a lot of vibration to by thinking about it in a bigger way. So it's not a thought that is just a little thought that comes and then it's gone. Let's say, I want to start a business, and then you don't really focus on that, then it doesn't grow as quickly. The momentum doesn't grow as quickly. So it's about a thought that we attach a lot of vibration to by focusing on it. And whether it be negative or positive, the law of attraction is a universal law that is working all the time. So what are we focusing on? Are we focusing on, oh my goodness, I don't know when life will go back to where it was. Will I go back to my job? Will I have the same job? Will we, be able to integrate with people, and socially will we be going back to that normal way of living? Maybe things are going to be different. So this is where today I want to talk about creating this new adventure for us, or a new perspective for us. And I think looking at it from a perspective of recreation, of excitement, of having a transformation will really allow our brains, our subconscious mind, to not go in that place of negativity where it's doom and gloom, right? So I wanted to see what you guys thought, if you have any ideas. And how are you doing this reflection work? How are you taking some time in creating this new normal for yourself? Have you really been thinking about taking care of your body, fitness? Have you been thinking while we were before COVID-19, how we were living? Were you always contemplating, well, if I had time, I would do such and such. I would do 20 minutes of exercise every day, but I don't have time. These are things that perhaps we need to look at. For others, it may be, I want to start cooking home cooked meals. I don't want to be getting takeout or, frozen dinners. I want to learn how to make new dishes. Maybe this is the time where you can look into that. The one thing I want to really stress here is, I know financially there are a lot of hardships. A lot of people are going through this. But what I am suggesting is to look for things. And right now, more than ever before, there are so many people offering free services, free coaching, free help that can help you, get this momentum going, get you in that mode of powerful thinking. And this is it. This is our creation. This is our time. Probably in our lifetime, this will never happen again, where the world globally is shut down. We're not able to do the things that we are normally, doing. And so I encourage you, for some of us, and we've talked in other groups, that, people wanted to get off social media for certain periods of time, because it was really manipulating their thought processes, and they were feeling bombarded with messages that weren't really aligning with who they were. They were getting sort of reeled into a frequency that just wasn't feeling right. And so, is it social media? Is it spending more time with your family? Is it dinner time that's become really the highlight of your day because you've cooked a beautiful meal and now everybody's sitting at the table and you're talking more? You see, when we got into this whole technology era, yes, there was major leaps and bounds that we made in terms of information sharing, but we also lost connectivity to humans, to our people, to our tribes, to our families. And this is where I challenge you that let's not go back to that other normal. Let's create this new normal that we're really finding the benefits in, the blessings in. And one of the main ones I've been hearing is family. And so it's like spending time with the children, playing board games, going out for walks, being in nature, gardening. People are really finding creative ways to keep busy, to keep moving and creating something different for their family. So this is my challenge for you this week, is take a book, a paper and pen, and write down your reflections on what your new normal is going to be like. COVID-19, and I know I may get some hate mail for this, or messages that people are may not agree with what I say, and you don't have to agree, but I believe that COVID-19 can be a blessing for all of us because we needed to recalibrate, and it is going to bring about a different us. It's a different globe. It's a different world, our climate change and all of the things that we were contributing to that was negative may allow us now to reflect and change our behaviors. It is masterful if we can take this time that we change our behavior so that when we come out of this at the other end, we are different, so that we will create different experiences for ourselves and for our globe at large. So I heard this amazing, and I wish I had noted the person's name down. It was an admiral or somebody in the Army that did this amazing motivational speech. And he talks about how do you start your day? How do you start a successful day? So he referenced to making your bed. If you get out of bed and the first thing you do is make your bed, it's actually training our subconscious mind to have success. Just making your bed will allow you to get to the next step of doing something else. Yes, these are small steps, but if in this time when we're at home and it really doesn't matter what we're wearing, or if we're in our pajamas all day, and if we're not making our beds, washing the dishes, all of those things that require us to put the effort in, we are subconsciously cultivating a mind that is full of weeds and thoughts that are not going to align with the purpose that we're here to serve. So I ask you to, talk to your children about this and start your routine differently by making these important steps in your life, these small steps that are absolutely crucial to changing how your day is as we spend it at home. So I think it's really important that even though a lot of people, myself included, are not going into the office or doing work that is normal to us, I encourage you all to put your makeup on, dress up, get on some nice clothes, put on a dress, and get your mind in that place of creation. And I'm encouraging you all, if you want to reach out to me, you are perhaps thinking of starting something new and you don't know where to begin. If you are maybe an entrepreneur or a solopreneur and you kind of don't know where you're at with all of this, let's talk. Let's figure it out. Let's figure out what your mission is. Let's figure out what the impact you want to have on the world, because this is our time to figure it out. Who do you want to serve? Who are we going to be? And what is the legacy we're going to leave behind? These are big statements, missions, and we have the time to figure this out. And thank you, Susan. You've always, encouraged me and been a really key part of being on my journey. And it's great for us to talk and figure this out. We're not in this alone, and we can really empower each other. So if you are looking for some help, please message me. It's free. There's no cost to this. We can do a discovery call. I can sit with you and figure out what is it that you want to do? What is the impact you want to leave? Who are the people you want to serve? Because really, at this point in time, you have the best gift, which is time. You have the time to figure it out. We can sit there and watch Netflix, or we can waste our time on social media. And I highly encourage you to stop watching the news. Yes, you want to keep abreast of what's going on. We know the protocols, but if you're constantly at CNN or looking at things that are just giving you numbers and the dire needs and, you know, the tragedy that's out there, then we're not really helping the situation. I understand there are people suffering, and I'm not downplaying that at all. I pray for them. I pray for them every day. The people who are sick, the people who are helping them, the nurses, the doctors, the frontline workers, everybody that's involved as essential workers. What we can do for them, one, is stay home and not get in the way. And number two is allow the power of prayer to reach them in a vibrational way that is beyond what we can do physically for them at this moment. So as I end this Thrive, but this program, you know, Thrive, not just survive, I want you to really look at this week differently. Look at it from a place of empowerment, of impact, and mission. What is your mission? I want to hear from you all. Please share this video. Please encourage others to do the same. Let's get on the bandwagon of creating a different normal. And so that's my message today. I don't want to go back to that normal, which was not working. What do you want to do? Happy Monday to you all. Remember to be kind to one another. I love you, and I will see you again tomorrow with a very special guest who's going to be talking about our financial futures. He's an actual a financial planner, and is going to shed some insight on where things are going, where things are at, and how you can have the insight that he will bring to us tomorrow. So enjoy your Monday. Thank you very much for listening. And if you have any messages, please private message me, reach out to me. I will help you with whichever way I can to get this on the road for you all. Take care. I will see you tomorrow.